wondering why other people's success or wondering why other people are successful is the refuge of losers. It's a loser mentality. It's a loser occupation. It's a loser practice because you're wondering why other people are successful. Like, who gives a fuck? You can say you think it sucks, but to spend time wondering why someone is successful and hating on someone for being successful, it doesn't do any good. I'm a firm believer in the importance of difficult tasks. Yeah. I think seeking comfort is one of the worst things a person can do in terms of achieving overall happiness. I think overall happiness, a lot of it comes through this amazing sense of wonder and the unknown and possibilities and working towards things with this embracing of, having no idea what the result is going to be, no idea where this is going to go, and being genuinely nervous about it every step of the way. And then when you get through it on the other end, you get a different level of happiness. Yeah. You get this powerful earned happiness.
Because you grow,
Yeah.
I know that there's a stigma attached to mental illness, and that really bothers me. There should not be. I mean, having depression or anxiety or whatever, to me, should have no more stigma than having a knee injury or a kidney infection or diabetes. But there is a stigma attached to it. And I've tried to talk about this in a way where it's okay to talk about it and not be ashamed of it. It's okay. If you've got anxiety, you got PTSD, whatever, it's okay. Let's talk about it. Let's get help for it, get it behind you, and move on. I mean, it's not something that you should be ashamed of. I look at depression, there's a lot of ways you can break it up, but I look at it like, is it exogenous depression or endogenous depression? I mean, is it coming from the inside out or the outside in? Is it because you're reacting to something? I see a lot of depressed people that, in a sense, it makes sense.
Right.
I mean, you look at their life and you say, well, if you're not down about this, you should be. I mean, you've lost your job, you've gotten a divorce, your health is in the shitter, you should be down about this. It's external things. So you don't need a pill. I mean, put somebody in a chemical straitjacket because their life's falling apart. What the hell's that going to do?
Yeah.
That's just putting goggles on them where they can't see it. I would much rather get them to behave their way to success and say, what are you reacting to that you're depressed about? Let's put that on a to-do list and start, like you said, write it down and start crossing those things off. Let's figure what's an action plan to change this, an action plan to change the next thing. And then when you start doing that, then you generally see their mood lift. A lot of people that are depressed are just realistically reacting to a crummy circumstance in their life. It's not necessarily a mental illness. It's just a realistic reaction to a bad spot in their life.
Yeah, that's such a good way of putting it, too, that if you weren't in a bad state looking at this, there might be something wrong with you.
Yeah, you're in denial.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've gotten a divorce, lost your job, your health's in bad shape, your kids are alienated from you, and you're saying, I'm fine, then you're not in touch with reality. I mean, you should be bothered by that. And I think to give somebody a pill to mask your feelings about that just keeps you off task. Pain's a good motivator.
I think there is a balance, man. I think if you truly love what you do, like if you love the creative aspect and then you have high standards for yourself, then you can achieve both.
Yeah.
I think that achieving quote unquote greatness and living with misery, I don't think that's worth it.
No.
I don't think that's worth it for you. It's like, you got one shot at this, man. Like this life, man, like you got one shot at it. Try to figure it the fuck out. And it takes time to figure the fuck out. And it's one of those things you can't even really explain to people. But if you can, I'm approaching this point in my life where like, yeah, I think I get it.
This idea that you're going to have linear output just by cranking every day at the same amount of time, that's machines. You know, machines should be working 9 to 5. Humans are not meant to work 9 to 5.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. But for people that are working for someone, there's not really that option.
So that's unfortunately the rub, right? That's
Yeah.
kind of where my tweet storm starts, which is the first thing, if you're going to make money, is that you're not going to get rich renting out your time. Even lawyers and doctors who are charging $300, $400, $500 an hour, they're not getting rich because their lifestyle is slowly ramping up along with their income, and they're not saving enough. They just don't have that ability to retire. So the first thing you have to do is you have to own a piece of the business. You need to have equity, either as an owner, an investor, shareholder, or a brand that you're building that accrues to you to gain your financial freedom.
I mean, how much of what would people experience when it comes to the word depression? How much of it is their life going bad, tragedy, poor health, bad job choices? How much of it is some sort of a weird genetic thing? How much, I mean, there's so many variables as to what causes depression, but such a giant number of people suffer from depression.
Well, I think it only, if I'm being honest, I think it's going to get worse. You know, like you look at the way we live, and the closer and closer, you've spoken about that. We're just talking about fucking New York. We're not meant to be that confined. We're not meant to sit out. Like we're withheld from the fucking sun right now.
Yeah.
So many of these things communicate with our bodies. I'm working with a genetic specialist, Ryan Frissinger. He was on Chris Ryan's show. Sunlight influences 500 on-off switches on our epigenetic level. For the good, unless you fucking overdo it, right? 500 plus on-off switches in our DNA are affected by sunlight positively, right? I mean, that's why they look at vitamin D3, takes that for example. They're calling that a hormone now, not a fucking vitamin.
Really?
Because it's a messenger. That's how much it influences in the body. Incredibly important. So when you think about all these things like being barefoot, being connected to the earth, going in the fucking ocean, science will catch up in certain ways. But we get fixated on the thing. We get fixated on our phones, on whatever TV is going on. We're closed off from other people. We think, communicating through Facebook is the same as being fucking face to face. It's not. And the more we head that direction, and we're putting, as you put it, putting fucking shit food in our body for mouth pleasure, that influences the brain, right? 80 to 90% of all of our neurotransmitters are made by the bacteria in our gut. So you think the shit meal is just going to put on 5 pounds. It's not. It might put on 5 pounds, but it's going to fuck your brain up for a while. You make you a little bit more emotional. Fuck with your sharpness, your memory recall. All that's impacted. Sleep's impacted.